Hey everyone, and welcome back to Basic Concepts _Easy. Today we're going to peel back the curtain on something we use every single second of every day, but almost never think about. We're talking about that invisible magic that connects us all, Wi-Fi. So let's dive in and see how it really works.
Have you ever really stopped to think about it? You're on your couch, you tap a link, and poof, a website just appears. It feels like it's pulled right out of thin air, like some kind of wizardry. But what's actually going on is way cooler than any magic trick.
And yeah, spoiler alert, it is definitely not magic. There isn't some mysterious force beaming cat videos directly into your brain. Or, well, into your devices.
The truth is, this whole amazing invisible system is built on something that's been around for over 100 years, simple radio waves.
Yep, you heard me right. At its most basic level, Wi-Fi works just like your car radio, or your TV, or your cell phone. It's all just information that gets encoded onto radio waves and sent through the air. The only real difference is that Wi-Fi uses a very specific set of frequencies that are designed to carry data, not your favorite morning show.
And speaking of names, here's a fantastic bit of trivia. I bet you think Wi-Fi stands for wireless fidelity, right? It just sounds correct. Well, it's totally wrong. The name Wi-Fi is just a brand name, a catchy marketing term that doesn't actually stand for anything. How about that? A great little fact to pull out at your next party. Okay, so let's follow the data on its journey. Picture this. You tap on a link on your phone. In that split second, you've just fired the starting pistol on an incredible relay race. The very first leg of this race is the leap from your phone out into the air.
So inside your phone or your laptop, there's this tiny little chip, a wireless adapter. Think of it as a translator. It takes your digital request, the ones and zeros that make up that web address, and it converts it into an old-school analog radio signal. Then, a tiny antenna inside your device broadcasts that signal out into the room.
So where is that signal headed? Its first stop is that little blinking box you probably have tucked away in a corner somewhere, your router. The best way to think about your router is like a super smart digital post office. It's the central hub that manages all the data traffic for your home.
Now, as soon as your router gets that signal from your phone, it does something absolutely critical. It assigns your device a temporary IP address. This is basically the mailing address for your house on the giant superhighway that is the internet. It's how the internet knows exactly where to send that web page back to. But wait, the IP address gets the data to your house. But how does the router know which device inside your house gets the data? It could be your phone, your laptop, your smart TV. That's where the MAC address comes in. Every single device has a permanent, unique hardware number, kind of like a fingerprint. So the router uses the MAC address to make sure that cat video gets delivered to your phone and not your roommate's tablet.
And this whole process is happening automatically all the time. Your router is basically a traffic cop, constantly directing data and handing out these temporary IP addresses to any new device that joins the network, making sure nothing gets lost or ends up in the wrong place.
Now, these radio signals don't just fly around all willy-nilly. They travel on specific frequencies. You can think of these like different lanes on an invisible superhighway, each with its own speed limit and traffic rules.
This is exactly why you probably see two Wi-Fi networks with the same name. Let's break it down. The 2.4 GHz band is like a crowded local road. It can go a longer distance, and it's better at getting through walls, but it's slower, and it gets all jammed up with traffic from microwaves, old cordless phones, and yeah, all your neighbor's Wi-Fi. The 5 GHz band? That's the expressway. It's way faster with a lot less interference. The catch? It has a shorter range, and it really doesn't like obstacles.
And those obstacles are a huge deal. Different materials in your house block Wi-Fi signals in different ways. A wooden door? Not a big problem. A brick wall? A little tougher. But a solid concrete wall? That can stop a Wi-Fi signal dead in its tracks. This is exactly why your Wi-Fi might be blazing fast in the living room, but barely works in the basement. The waves are literally getting absorbed by the walls.
Okay, so quick check-in. Our request has successfully traveled from your phone to the router. Now for the second half of the trip, getting the information you actually asked for from the internet and bringing it all the way back home.
So your router has a secret weapon? It's connected by a physical wire to your internet service provider, the company you pay every month. That wire could be a super fast fiber optic cable, the same cable that brings in your TV, or even an old telephone line. That physical cable is your home's personal on-ramp to the global internet.
So, the router sends your request out into the world through that wire. The internet finds the data you wanted and sends it speeding back down the same wire. It arrives at your router, which does the whole process in reverse. It translates the data back into a radio wave and beams it right to your device's unique MAC address. And just like that, the web page loads.
So let's just recap that insane round trip one more time, really fast. It all starts with your device turning a request into a radio wave.
That wave zips over to your router, which acts as the mission control, sending the request out through a physical wire to the entire internet.
And then the data you wanted comes flying back, gets turned back into a radio wave, and is delivered right back to your specific device. And the most incredible part? This whole journey happens faster than you can blink. It is an absolutely mind-boggling feat of engineering that we just take for granted every day.
So there you have it. It's not some unknowable magic. It's just simple data riding on simple radio waves. But understanding how it works opens up some really big questions. We're already seeing the next generation Wi-Fi 7 on the horizon, promising insane speeds and connecting hundreds of devices at once. So that leaves us with a final thought to chew on. What new, incredible things will a faster, smarter, more seamless wireless world make possible? What's next?